Hello, my name is Daniel Perez. I'm from Central Coast Kenpo Karate, and we're here today and we're going to demonstrate leaping crane for purple belt. It's a really cool technique. I like leaping crane because you know, it gives you that insight of how you can parry. It teaches you the one-legged stance. It gives you all these different variations to come from parrying, utilizing the middle knuckle fist. It's a really cool thing on how Kenpo is starting to evolve at this point once you're in the purple stage, because you know the theme of purple belt is mathematical precision and simultaneous action. Okay, so now you're really utilizing two things at the same time. Orange belt gave you that introduction to it. You know, clutching feathers, you know, kind of gives you that taste of it. So, you know, purple belt and leaping crane is really nice. I'm gonna go over the technique really quick here. This is Miss Jen Martinez right here, and we're gonna demonstrate leaping crane. So, at this point, it's against the right step through punch. So, the person coming at you, one of the major things that most people make a mistake in is they come out wide and then in. So if she comes in with this punch and I come in, I'm gonna eat the punch because I'm coming way too far out. So you gotta remember, you know, if I have a wide motion, circular motion against a linear motion, I'm probably gonna lose. So the goal is for me to go to the target. So as I go to the target, I rake with my middle knuckle to the rib cage. So and I have this knife edge kick coming down at the same time. So the idea of the timing is important. It's once I'm catching this X format, like basically an X this way. So as we go slow, she parries. So my hand's coming directly to the target. This hand's gonna lift. It's like you have this little torquing action with this middle knuckle fist. Boom, right into that rib cage. That's what really stings at that point. Now obviously once I'm here, I can take her leg down and it, bam, there's that back knuckle to the kidney. Now I'm borrowing her forces, her body turning into that back knuckle. You know, and from here I'm gonna climb up the body like a ladder motion. The ladder motion is nice because my kick went to the leg, my back knuckle went a little higher to the kidney, and now I'm climbing up the ladder with the elbow to the head. Okay? So simultaneously elbowing here and then crossing out. So leaping crane has a nice little gravitational strike because with this elbow I can settle, bam, my whole body coming down, like gravitational marriage here, bam, and then it's crossing out. So what's nice about leaping crane is it checks all these different things. So I'm gonna go through it fast once. Yeah. And there's a couple of drills we can do from here. You know, one thing about leaping crane, what's nice about it is you can never assume the leg's gonna come straight at you. So if we just isolate the leg itself. So if she would do the leap, you're gonna step with just the foot. So if she steps directly towards me, this dictates how far do I step off. Do I step this far and then go for it? Or I step more behind her and then come down, right? What if she took a little step that way? Now I have to really take a huge step and take the leg out, right? What if she stepped more towards this direction? Well, if I take a big step, I'm gonna miss her. So I don't have to step as much, boom. I don't have to step as much. That's a fun little drill that we tend to like to do because it works with the leg motion. So if I do it to her, I'm gonna step towards her. She takes a regular step, she can get behind me. If I take this over here, she doesn't have to take as big as a leap. If I step over here, she has to take a bigger step, right, to get over the leg. Obviously, if the person has longer arms versus shorter arms, right? If the person has longer arms, they parry sooner. She has shorter arms, right? I can step through and go for it, right? But, you know, if her arm was longer, I would have to parry sooner and then come up, right, for the kick. So it's nice to know that you can take fun drills with leaping crane and you can go into expanded basics. As Kenpo has a lot of expanded basics in it. And so what's really nice about that is that you can take any technique in the system and expand from it And you can treat it like a sparring drill. I can treat it like freestyle for the, you know, spontaneous stages, right? But it's knowing the technique and knowing each basic why. You know, how can I get power from point of work? Boom, coming up here. How can I form this X motion? Boom, so I'm forming like an X coming up so I don't get hit. So boom, I get this one out, right? Obviously, yeah, we can do family grouping with, you know, gathering clouds. Yeah, that idea, which is nice because it's like the sister technique, you know, from it. There's quite other step through techniques you can do, right? But the main thing is like, how can we make leaping crane fun? And how can we break it in drills instead of just doing the whole technique? I like to teach techniques in little sections rather than teaching the whole thing all at once to brand new students. It's really fun to give them that experience of how to really make it work. You know, one thing we can do is just the timing. You know, if she steps, I don't do the one-legged stance where I just step and I do the timing here and I can see how quick I can time it. You know, can I really block a real punch, right? Boom. Can I block a real punch, get out of the way? You know, because they're stepping into the opponent, you know, making sure my parry goes in. This hand times it. So obviously, yeah, you use the fingertips to graze the ribs instead of actually using middle knuckle fists at first. Eventually be able to do it with good control. Basically breaking the knee, back knuckle, boom, back knuckle down, right? The knee, back knuckle to the kidney. Takes timing to do that. So that's part of leaping crane. Thank you.